So hi guys, so in the previous video we just created install Node and React in our local machine. So in this video let me show you how to create a component and what exactly is a component, right? So let me show you what is a component. First of all, you can see I'm inside my LinkedIn account. See here. So it has several features, right? In this area you can see some section here, edit profile, add profile, some section here, and in here you can see the job option, add section here. Basically we can split all these sections as component. Say for example, I'm dividing this as a separate component, right? This edit profile and this two links, I'm dividing this as a separate component. What happens is, if some error is in this component and this component is not loading, particularly in this section there is some fatal error, which fatal error is basically, if the fatal error occurs, the whole application will be not get loaded. So that's what we call as fatal error. If some fatal error is this section is having any fatal error, which basically without you other languages like PHP or something at WordPress, if a fatal error occurs, the entire application will get affected and will not get loaded. But in React we are splitting all the sections as components. So if any fatal error is occurring in any component, whether it's this component or this component, is header component or this profile section component, whatever, that particular component will only get affected. It will not get loaded or show some error. But apart from that, all the component will get loaded. So that's what basically a component is. Dividing a web page into component. This is the header component. Inside this header component, we got this logo component, we got this search component, we got this menu component, we got this profile component, and we got this sub menu component. Whatever we got dividing each and every part in the website as component. So if my profile image is not getting loaded, which means this particular component having some error, only this component will get affected, not the other sections or the components in the web page. So let me show you how it exactly works. So let me open Chrome and go to our local host, which is localhost 3000. Okay, here is our React is running now. Okay, so we are having this inside this src, we are having this app.js, which is basically returning this all the sections, all the elements we have displayed in this particular home page. Let me create a new component. For that I'm going to create a new folder which is called component, and inside this component I'm having another one folder, hello world. No, you can say the sample component also. Remember, a component's name should be in capital, right? Inside the component we are having this sample. So inside this sample I'm creating a new file called sample sample.js, right? So we are inside this src, inside component we are having this sample folder. Inside sample folder, which is basically this called sample component, inside sample component we are having this sample.js. This sample.js is going to have all the functions and all the things we are need to do. So okay, fine. So let me create a simple component. For that we need to import React first. Import React from React. Okay, so I'm going to create a function component, function sample log. Let me export this word, export default. When we export a component only, we can call this particular component inside any other file. Export component sample, right? Just I'm saying this file, and this function is going to return something, right? So return, fine. This function is going to return something, so we are going to return. So here we have imported this React first, and we have created a function, and this function is going to return something, and we are exporting this function, which is the component. We are creating a sample component, we are exporting the sample component, and this sample component is going to return something. Let me put a div. This is sample component. So this is what is going to return. I'm just saying this file. Now we need to call this component in our index, which is index.js. So index.js, we can see root.index, which is the body of our application. So inside this, here you can see here they have already called this app component, which is this app.js. I'm removing this and I'm putting this sample name. In what name you are exporting? Sample. So I'm just going to give sample, 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 and I'm saving. Okay, it's compiling, it's showing some error something. Sample is not defined. Okay, we are calling this component sample, but we have not imported this component here, so it's showing error. Import import sample sample from, it's already taking dot component. Inside component sample folder, inside sample folder we have this sample.js. So that's what this path means. So I'm again saving. App is not defined. Okay, these are all if I run this, it's going to show me, but these are all warnings, not errors. This is the sample, this is sample component, this is what we gave inside this sample. So we have created a function component and we have called this render this function component in our index. So React is showing us this sample component, and this error is basically we have imported this app component, but we have not used it anywhere, so this is showing some warning. So let us just command that line. Now it's compiled successfully. The same error, the same output. So this is how we can create a function component. And React, we also have some other component called class component. In the next video I will show you how to create a simple class component. Thank you for watching this video.